Hello everyone and welcome to Whatculture. I'm Josh, joined today by Ewan.
Hello.
Because Ewan, apparently the Kraven the Hunter movie is still happening, and I keep forgetting about it despite the fact that we've done like 5 videos on it already. There is a new rumour doing the rounds though, that apparently Keanu Reeves has been offered the lead role, which just seems like a crazy, crazy choice, and can you tell me more about what's going on?
Yeah, Kraven the Hunter is like the irradiated cockroach of the Sony universe of Marvel characters, or Sumker for short, in that
Very good.
Sony keeps on willing it to happen, and I don't even think Nuclear Armageddon would stop it from this point. I think it is that bit in Spider-Man 2 where the solar reactor is just, and Dr. Octopus is just like, you can't stop it now, it's self-sustaining. That is literally what Kraven the Hunter, the movie, TM, is right now. And yeah, this new rumor comes by way of the Illuminati, that Keanu Reeves may be joining as Kraven the Hunter. They say in their article, quote, "We were also given a description of the tone that the studio is shooting for. Our source described the tone of the movie as a mashup of Man on Fire and Logan. There is no final decision from either party yet, but the offer is currently out to Keanu Reeves." Honestly, Josh, right, my first instinct with this is that I think no. I think no.
Yeah.
I think, and not only do I think that I don't think this is going to happen, and that's not to like, just rubbish the Illuminati's, source, but I just, it seems very dubious, and also I think maybe it's part of denialism on my part, because I just want, right, picture this, right?
Come on, cards on the
movie
table.
Studios, stop miscasting Keanu Reeves in comic book movies challenge 2K21, because, like, I'm sorry, he is such a good actor, one of my favourite actors ever. I would watch Keanu Reeves in anything. But it is a complete travesty that the 2 major comic book movies, well, the one that he was in, Constantine, and it is pronounced Constantine, don't tell me it's not, I'm from Liverpool, where, they just made Constantine Keanu Reeves American, and now we have Kraven, and I'm like, dude just loves motorcycles. Let him do Ghost Rider. Or just literally, like, anything that would better suit Keanu Reeves. Because Kraven the Hunter, right, as well, I'm going off on a massive rant here right now.
Come on, just do it.
A mashup between Man on Fire and Logan. Are we just going to get loads of, like, droopy, sad montages of Kraven just suddenly going on a revenge montage because someone murdered his pet lion, and we're going to hear Johnny Cash, God's going to cut you down, as he's just starting to beat up, I don't know. Mate, I'm sorry, this is just, I cannot, Sony, please. I love Keanu Reeves. I just want to clarify that again. I adore Keanu Reeves. I even love his performance in Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is an amazing film. And I just give him a proper...
Look, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fully with you. Perhaps not so passionate, because I can't get this passionate about Kraven the Hunter, the movie, at all. But
yes,
Keanu Reeves in this role, it seems like a very strange choice. I mean, when we did our last video on this, I think we were even talking about potential castings. I don't think once the name Keanu Reeves floated by, and that's because, like you said, he's a great actor who I also love. Like, I want to see him in more blockbusters, especially now we're in this post-John Wick Keanu Reeves renaissance. But I don't think this necessarily fits, and like you said, I would take this whole thing with a grain of salt, because no one knows how valid this rumor is at the moment. And yeah, I feel like if you're going to cast Keanu Reeves as a superhero or a supervillain or an anti-hero or whatever, there are better fits for him, even if it is Ghost Rider, just because he does love motorcycles. Like, the whole thing with the Sony universe of Marvel characters, it feels like it's hit something of an inevitable kind of roadblock, with everything going on, with Morbius getting pushed from last year to now, and it's kind of in this weird space where they were building at least some momentum. The Morbius trailer dropped, and while, it didn't look awesome, and we still have questions about Jared Leto's casting in that movie, they were definitely trying to seed the idea that there was going to be more interconnectivity between these movies and the regular Sony Marvel Spider-Man movies going forward. Michael Keaton was showing up. There was the art from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man in the Morbius trailer, if I recall. Yeah. And I don't know how they're going to play this card going forward, especially going into Kraven, which always seemed like a strange choice to begin with. I always wanted to see Kraven as part of a proper Spider-Man story rather than a standalone character. But I guess if you want to bring more likability to that role. Keanu Reeves is perhaps the most likable man on earth, so I guess that's one box ticked, perhaps?
I think what must be happening right now is some sort of Suicide Squad-esque conspiracy among the different agents of Hollywood, where Jared Leto is the Rick Flag figure because he's terrible and he definitely wants to be in Morbius, but Michael Keaton and Keanu Reeves, they've got to sign up for this like task force. They've got to do this one mission, they can get their freedom back. I don't know what's happening at this stage. I'm just so I'm so anti Sunker at this point, the Sony universe of Marvel characters. I mean, I think there's every potential for these movies to be good, but I mean, just from the perspective where we're sitting, you know, we've seen Sony develop this and chase the slice of the MCU pie for like 3 or 4 years now. In fact, 4 years was when I think they announced that they were going to be doing Venom shortly just after Captain America: Civil War, and it doesn't come across as anything but IP clout chasing in a weird way. It's like, oh, we're just gonna do these films because we own the IP, and IP makes money, and I'm just Sony. Just do another Spider-Verse. I know you're doing another Spider-Verse, but no one wants to go see a revenge movie starring Kraven the Hunter because someone killed his pet lion or something. I don't. I mean,
those Logan Man on Fire, comparisons raise an entire different bevy of questions in and of themselves. But yeah, you mentioned there, like, obviously Sony's been trying to do this for a while, and even though they did kick it off with Venom, like, we've had, almost, maybe even more than 10 years of planning in terms of getting this off the ground, you know? You can put Kraven in a movie and have it work, but if you're doing it, like you said, just for this IP clout chasing because IPs make money and therefore we make profits, like, it seems a bit backwards. Like they've got it. It's almost like, you know, going back to the olden days of WB when they were trying to get the DC universe off the ground in the movies, the DC extended universe, and they kind of had the framework first, and then it felt like they were filling in the movies after the fact. It almost feels like Sony's doing the same thing, where they know what they want, and what they want is the Sony universe of Marvel characters, and to get there, they're just kind of like picking anyone out the hat of Morbius. We can get Jared Leto wants to play Morbius, so sure, we can have that. The brick wall or whatever that Spider-Man villain is.
The wall, big wheel and the wall. That is still happening. We've got Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We can get big wheel on the wall.
Why not?
Hopefully, maybe also a revival of Spider-Man: Turn Off the Dark, because there were clips going around yesterday of Kraven the Hunter and that, and like, honestly, mate, I think we need to bring Spider-Man: Turn Off the Dark back to the Sony universe of Marvel characters.
First off, Spider-Man: Turn Off the Dark was a fever dream that we all had back in like 2012. That doesn't actually exist, Ewan, and I'm going to scrub it from the record right now. But yes, I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below about this wild Keanu Reeves / Kraven the Hunter rumor. Do you think it has any chance in this world of happening? And if it does, would you be on board? Let us know while you're down there. Could you give us a like, share, subscribe, and head over to whatculture.com for more lists and news like this every single day. Even if you don't, I've been Josh, this has been Ewan, and we'll see you soon.
Goodbye.